level of comprehensive engineering and science is very self-evident by anybody who visits the project area, whether it's somebody from the authorities here in the country or foreign visitors that are investors or international institutions that have all at one time or another reviewed our project. Molejon and Petaquilla Minerals gold operation in Panama has nothing left to be desired, and that result and that concrete evidence is our greatest calling card.
Do you think that it's possible to apply that successful method outside of Panama?
Well, again, as I said earlier, that it's the only way to operate. I mean, some companies to some degree, others to another degree, each within their own corporate culture, have already accepted the fact that a stakeholder approach, that sensitivity to community, environment, technology are fundamental and not indispensable tools to be able to operate in this century. Otherwise, there's no other approach to this. And in that sense, companies that don't adapt to that are going to find that a lot of headwinds that will make them difficult to grow. And I think that today, when we look at projects, we look at multiple disciplinary approaches from first day, so that projects and infrastructure that we need, such as energy and water in particularly, but also secondary existing economic conditions, we optimize the interaction with them to benefit the economies of the existing project, and also to make it as reversible as possible, so we can maybe speak of it not only as a resource project, but speak of it as a service project, or speak of it as a technological product or food generation project. And in these senses, one can balance the use of capital better between the balance sheet and the P&L statement, and by optimizing the use of capital so that there is not an overburden of capital on the balance sheet of any one of the initiatives, the separation of those initiatives creates a much more flexible approach to addressing all these higher levels of requirements that face the development of any resource as we speak today in a planet that gets smaller and smaller.
What are your expectations for Spain?
Our project in Spain, Lomelo Pollata, is really is a groundbreaker. It's a groundbreaker because it diversifies our geopolitical risk. It's a groundbreaker because it diversifies our engineering experience. But at the same time, it plays on our strength of already being a gold producer, of understanding what it takes to make gold production occur. It's being a different scenario in a different community. Gives us also an opportunity to go into an area where there's a much higher level of infrastructure, so we can focus on other benefits that we can bring to the community, as well as that it includes a community that already has a vast experience in mining, so that we can approach more effective organizational methods of moving it. And in this sense, all these components bring about an opportunity to develop a production project in relatively short order of 30 to 36 months.
Today, this project in Spain, an area where the unemployment rate is more than 40% for men and 60% for women, will create at the start about 250 jobs. Upon reflection of this comment, what are your thoughts?
Well, mining is a job creating industry, and that's one of its strengths. And in this sense, it comes as a clear opportunity of some future economic activity in an area that is clearly starved for economic activity. As we've stated earlier, this we just see as an initial footprint in this area, and we have a lot of very positive disposition of working with the people of Huelva and Andalusia in putting mining at the forefront of job creation in that region.